back, family. This is Family Matters, and I hope Princeton, Ivy, and Elijah, and friends and family, I hope that you are having a great summer. And we're continuing our weekly Bible study through the book of Psalms. Today we are covering Psalms 35. But before we do, we have to answer the questions from last week from Psalms 34. The questions were, what does it mean that God is close to the brokenhearted? What that means is he doesn't ignore our pain. God draws near and he brings healing when we're hurting. So whatever situation you're facing, know that God draws near to you when you're hurting because he desires to heal your hurts. Question number 2, how can we taste and see that the Lord is good? We know that God is a spirit, an entity, a force that we can't feel, touch, or even see. So how then can we say that we're going to taste and see? But what we're actually saying is that we're trusting him in our real life situations and noticing how he comes through for us. That's how we tasting it and seeing it, because we're seeing it, we're experiencing it through our real life situations. Number 3, what kind of attitude does Psalms 34 encourage? It is encouraging us to have a spirit of continuous praise, even when life is hard. Because why? Because God's goodness never changes. God's goodness never changes. Whatever you're experiencing, I need you to know that. Okay, today we are going to now go to Psalms 35, and I will be reading Psalms 35. Our team topic this week is Let God Handle the Fight. Whatever fight you're in, let God handle it. And our memory verse this week is Psalms 35:1, which says, Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. We're immediately asking God to take on the fight for us. All right, let's read Psalms 35. It's again a psalm of David. And the first verse says, Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take up shield and armor. Arise and come to my aid. Can you see now where this is all about fighting and protection? Because we're talking about a shield and an armor. Bandish spear and javelin against those who pursue me. Say to me, I am your salvation. May those who seek my life be disgraced and put to shame. May those who plot my ruin be turned back in dismay. May they be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of the Lord driving them away. May their path be dark and slippery, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. Since they hid their net for me without cause, and without cause dug a pit for me, may ruin overtake them by surprise. May the net they hid entangle them. May they fall into the pit to their ruin. Then my soul will rejoice in the Lord and delight in his salvation. My whole being will exclaim, Who is like you, Lord? You rescue the poor from those too strong for them, the poor and the needy from those who rob them. Ruthless witnesses come forward. They question me on things I know nothing about. They repay me evil for good and leave me like one bereaved. Yet, when they were ill, I put on sackcloth and humbled myself with fasting. When my prayers returned to me unanswered, I went about mourning as though for my friend or brother. I bowed my head in grief as though weeping for my mother. But when I stumbled, they gathered in glee, meaning they were happy. Assailants gathered against me without any knowledge. They slandered me without ceasing. Like the ungodly, they maliciously mocked. They gnashed their teeth at me. How long, Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from their ravages, my precious life from these lions. I will give you thanks in the great assembly. Among the thongs, I will praise you. Do not let those gloat over me who are my enemies without cause. Do not let those who hate me without reason maliciously wink the eye. They do not speak peaceably, but devise false accusations against those who live quietly in the land. They sneer at me and say, "Ha ha, with our own eyes we have seen it." Lord, you have seen this. Do not be silent. Do not be far from me, Lord. Awake and arise to my defense. Contend for me, my Elohim and Lord. Vindicate me in your righteousness, Lord, my God. Do not let them gloat over me. Do not let them think, "Ha ha, just what we wanted," or say, "We have swallowed him up." May all who gloat over my distress be put to shame and confusion. May all who exalt themselves over me be clothed with shame and disgrace. May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, "The Lord be exalted, who delights in the well being of his servant." My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praises all day long. Look at that. Look at that powerful Psalms. Look at that powerful Psalms. Wow. That is a Psalms to go to when you feel you in a battle, you fighting all by yourself, that everybody is against you, if you're being bullied and pushed, when you feel like there's more against you than with you. I'm speaking to you because as teens, there are times when you're going through circumstances and situations that you don't share with your parents. You may try to handle it on your own. And I'm telling you what you can do. You can ask God to help you handle it. Go to this 35th Psalms. Our discussion questions are as follows. Number one, what do you do when people treat you unfairly? Question number two, how does David handle betrayal and false accusations? Question number three, why is it important to keep our hearts right while waiting on justice? I'll go over those questions again. What do you do when people treat you unfairly? Number two, how does David handle betrayal and false accusations? Number three, why is it important to keep our hearts right while waiting on justice? May God add a blessing to each of you richly this week. And I pray that if you're struggling with something, if you're battling, if there's some situation that you're facing that you cannot seem to find your way out of it, you feel overwhelmed, I pray that God will strengthen you and keep you. And I pray that you find comfort in this Psalms. So have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. And remember, God loves you. And remember, what is the saying? Family still matters, and family will always matter to God. I look forward to seeing you next week, and have a blessed and safe weekend. God bless.